guys? Alright, we got another interesting one here today. Another one of these kind of subs you don't really see much about. The Hifonics Alpha series subwoofers, and I got a couple of these 12s to try out. I did this because they're normally like 150 bucks, which seems pretty expensive because they really don't look like too crazy of a sub as far as the weight and the robustness goes, but maybe there's something to it with sound quality. But anyway, I got them for a pretty good deal during like a Black Friday thing, so I figured I'd try them out, and I figured it would help somebody out there looking for information on these, because there is like no information on these whatsoever out there. So these are the Alphas. These are the 12-inch with dual 4-ohm voice coils. It's a really nice looking like woven cone that's blue and black. Doesn't look like it has super high excursion. The cone moves really easy, so the magnet structure and the surround in the spider is pretty soft, so usually that means it'll be pretty efficient and have like a nice warm, you know, sound with decent sound quality. Let's flip it over. So I mean, it does have pretty sturdy, nice push terminals. The tinsel leads are going right through the cone, not through the spider, which is typical of more like kind of just the standard woofers and the basic type old school design. Again, it's pretty soft, the spider and the surround, so this should be pretty responsive and do good on low power. And it does have this black plastic magnet cover on it, which it does look nice, and I'm sure why they do it is because the magnet's really not that impressive, so they throw these on there to make it look nice, and which it does, it looks nice. But the only problem with these sometimes is once in a while you'll get one that rattles, so if you hear a rattling on these, you know, it might be this, so you can maybe add some silicone, or if you want to take it off, go ahead and take it off. But it's a nice looking subwoofer. Nothing crazy. I didn't expect it to. It says it handles 600 RMS, 1200 peak. So, alright, well, there's a quick walk around. I just wanted to show you guys, and we'll get it hooked up. And I'm going to throw 2 of these 12s in boxes and see how they do. So, stay tuned, guys. Alright, guys, so we got these things hooked up in boxes. The boxes are 1.6 cubic foot, and these require 2 cubic foot. So they're a little bit under on the boxes, but that's okay. They still sound pretty good. So far, my opinion of them is they have a good sound. They don't have super slappy, punchy bass, which I didn't think they would because the suspension was kind of soft. They have like a really warm, natural sounding bass, and they thump pretty hard, but it's not like that slappy, tight punchiness. It's more of like a warm, kind of like old school Sherwin Vega, warm, blends well bass, and it still rattles shit in here. Like, it still rattles my mirror and whatnot. So even though they don't have huge excursion, they do actually fill the cabin pretty good with sound and with bass. They sound good with all types of music. Like I said, they have just pretty much like a warm, normal, I call it normal old school subwoofer type sound. Nothing crazy, but they just sound decent for like a daily driver build. Now, if you're spoiled like me and you've heard a lot of crazy ass subwoofers, these would be kind of mellow, but they're not bad. They thump pretty hard, so I would call them basically just kind of a daily driver type sub. If you like Hifonics, if you like the way they look, if you don't want to have to buy a huge amplifier, you could run these things on 2 of them like on a 1,000 watt amp or even 2,000 watt amp. I'm running them with about 700 watts a piece, and they're doing good. They're handling it just fine. It's pretty loud, and I got a full-size SUV, so it's in a big vehicle. So I'll let you guys hear how they sound, but overall impression, they're a little pricey for $150 each, because that's stepping up into a different kind of ball game right there as far as subs go. They sound good. Like I said, for a daily driver build. If you want to like get super crazy, there's other things, especially in that price range, that I would go for. But they do sound good. They thump, they go deep, they sound good with rock, metal, rap, you know, electronica. So they kind of do it all, do it well. They're just kind of like a middle of the road sub, but I can't really say anything bad about them. They actually move a lot more air and, you know, rattle the insides of my vehicle more than I thought they would, because they're not like a huge excursion woofer. But so here we go. I'll turn them on and then let you guys hear to the best of the microphone's ability what they sound like. Alright guys, so there you have it. I shut my rear hatch so you can see they do, you know, put out some bass, and they do rattle the vehicle, which means that you can feel them. You can definitely feel them in this big full-size SUV. So they're basically putting out some sound. They're taking power. I mean, right now I have the 12,000 Soundstream TXP hooked up. So they're running it. I ran them at 4 ohms, so they're getting about 1,400 watts. So that's 700 each, which is over the RMS rating, and they're not getting warm, and they're taking it. And like I said, they're pretty good, so I'll leave it up to you. I think they're a little expensive for what you get, but if you're a Hifonics fan, they do look really nice, kind of have an elegant look. They're good subs. I really can't say anything bad about them if you're just, you know, you just want something that sounds good and you're not really worried about, you know, rocking the sun down or needing like a crazy, you know, $800 amp. These sound pretty good. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful if you guys were looking at these and kind of on the fence and, you know, wondering whether to get them or not. So there you go. Until next time, thanks guys.